So we've been focusing on a whole series of practices which you can do, which is going to improve your health. And so far, none of them have been costing you any money to speak of, have they? That's really great. So now, the next one I want to take you to, so here we are on film number 5 now. This is one where we actually save money, because I'm actually recommending that you stop spending money on certain items. And by so doing, you'll make a really big increase in your health. So let's go through these. The first one I want to address, because it's such an important one and there's such a blind spot about it in Western society, and that's the cleaning of the teeth. Now, in certain cultures, for example in African culture, there are special sticks which they break off from the tree branches and they use them to clean their teeth. But we don't do such things. We make use of our toothbrushes, and hey, that's okay. But it's what we put on the toothbrushes which concerns me. Over 90% of all products used to clean the teeth contain chemicals which actually impair brain function. They decrease intelligence, and they particularly prohibit your ability to have a multidimensional awareness. So these are really bad news and very much to be recommended to avoid. So the chemicals I'm talking about in the toothpaste are particularly sodium monofluorophosphate, sodium fluoride, and sodium saccharin. Those are the 3 most likely. You might possibly find acesulfame K or aspartame there, not so likely, but particularly those earlier ones I mentioned. It's the sodium monofluorophosphate, the sodium fluoride, and the sodium saccharin. These are major brain poisons, and they're contained in more than 90% of all toothpaste. So the alternatives, there are a number of brands which are fluoride free. Kingfisher do a fluoride free version. Tom's of Maine are all fluoride free to the best of my knowledge. Saracan is fluoride free, and Allodent all fluoride free. And then there's an option which is considerably cheaper than all toothpaste, which is sodium bicarbonate. It's a little bit on the abrasive side, and it's a particularly good product for smokers to use, because it really helps to get rid of that smoker stain. And very, very cheap, and very, very effective at cleaning the mouth and the teeth. So by removing those chemicals from your intake in the teeth cleaning time, you made a really big difference for your brain function, and also I would suggest for your long-term health. So there are other brain poisoning chemicals which you can get from other sources too, particularly from diet foods and diet drinks. So here I'm just doing a bit of a prequel to the diet, which we're going to be looking at next. So we're looking at the negatives, the things to avoid. Virtually all diet foods and all diet drinks, if you read the label carefully, will contain such substances as sodium saccharin, aspartame, and acesulfame K. These are the brain poisons which you want to avoid. They inhibit brain function, and they particularly inhibit your ability to have any psychic development and to do any multidimensional travelling. So really well worth avoiding the diet foods and diet beverages, to use that rather amusing American term. Really good to avoid these things. And then there are other environmental sources of pollution which you can buy and bring into your home. I'm thinking of plug-in air fresheners, other chemical air fresheners, potpourri, which is usually little bits of coloured wood shavings soaked in chemicals. And then of course there are the car air fresheners. All these produce aromas which are toxic to the human organism, and if you want to use a fragrance, then I suggest you use an essential oil. Those are completely safe. You can choose wide varieties of essential oils, get oil burners. As long as the essential oils are natural, they're very, very good. Also, of course, incense sticks, and then natural incenses like benzoin, myrrh, frankincense. These are all totally acceptable aromatic methods you can use for cleansing the space. Go all the way and go for white sage, really good cleansing and purifying. So it's okay to use plant sources for such functions, but please avoid the chemicals. Thank you.